Welcome to Kitsap County. Today we're going to talk about the 3 trends in real estate to watch. The 3 trends that are coming up. I'm Stephanie Dupuis with Dupuis Team at Keller Williams West Sound, and joining me today,
I'm Rebecca Kleinschmidt at the Dupuis Team, Keller Williams West Sound. So Stephanie, tell me what those 3 trends are.
well, the first trend we're going to talk about is migration. And migration is a trend that we've been watching a long time in Kitsap County because we're all well aware of the migration of Seattleites migrating to Kitsap County. However, we've seen a bit of a shift in the migration trend since COVID started, and not so much locally, but nationally. So, Rebecca, have you seen any shifts amongst your clients locally?
I have. So my most recent closing that just closed last week, they were living on Vashon Island. Actually, they're from California.
Okay.
They moved up here into a family place there, but they can't afford it there. So now they bought a house up in Port Angeles. So really big move for them, but because of, the cost. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So migration, folks, is simply moving from one area to another, and there are multiple reasons why people migrate. It might be affordability, it could be quality of living, it could be socio-economic issues. So migration is a trend that is going to affect real estate in the future. Now with COVID, that is also becoming another reason that is affecting migration that we're seeing in the statistics. So a little history, pre-COVID, the number 4 states in the country that had inbound migration, Washington State was one of them, Idaho was one of them, Arizona, and I believe Utah was the other one. So those were the 4 states, and people were moving there for jobs, they were moving there for affordability, which kind of blew me away for Washington State, but why people were moving here. Typically, it's the income compared to housing cost. So the state that on the west side of the West Coast state that had the largest outbound migration was California. Okay. Illinois was the other, I believe they were number 1. I need to review the statistics, but I believe Illinois was the number 1 state in the U.S. for outbound migration. Now, since COVID, those stats are shifting a bit. Obviously, we're seeing quite a few migrations out of New York. We don't know if this is temporary. I don't have numbers on Washington State. So it'll be interesting. I think we need some more time to really see how those numbers pan out. And, if this is something that is going to affect migration numbers with housing long term, but that's definitely a trend that we need to keep our eye on. It could affect our housing locally. So, all right. The second trend to keep an eye on, this one excites me. I just find this fascinating, but the second trend is the rise in the remote workspace. So we see this one a lot, don't we, Rebecca?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How many times do we have a client that is from Seattle who moves here because they can work remotely?
Absolutely. All the time. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, a recent stat that came up is 43% of employees said that after the lockdown, the COVID lockdown, they will prefer to continue to work remotely from home. That still says, am I doing my math right? 47% then would want to go back to the workplace.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put the video that those must be the parents.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah. So, however, clearly, remote work, remote workspace, work from home is greatly going to affect, could potentially affect real estate. And you were mentioning, Rebecca, your clients on Vashon, they're able to move and buy a home elsewhere because they can work from their home.
Because they can work remote. Yeah. So I mean, everybody really likes remote, but I like people, so it's kind of a push and shove for me. But yeah, but a lot of industries are going to that, working at home.
We're in a very personal business.
Yeah.
We've talked about on our team being able to see each other, interact amongst each other, as well as with our clients. There's a lot of value in that. So it'll be interesting to see how this trend affects commercial real estate, how many offices and employers choose to continue work from home. I think was the CEO of Twitter said recently that all employees can work from home forever. And that's a bold statement. And I'm not aware, there might be somebody else who has made that big of a clear and bold statement. I'm not aware of that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more companies going that direction. And if that's the case, this could greatly affect commercial real estate in the future. The third trend, affordability. And that's what Rebecca was talking about earlier. Her clients are moving from one area to the next simply for affordability. And we see a lot of the migration. A lot of these trends are interrelated. We're seeing migration because of affordability. So the Seattleites migrating to Kitsap County, the number one reason we hear, what are you hearing amongst your clients, Rebecca, for why people are migrating?
They can get much more for their dollar. I mean, bigger spaces, they can have yards, it's more peaceful. So there's a lot of reasons, and it's not a bad commute, going from here to Seattle. Jump on a ferry, it's really easy to get over there. Yeah. Exactly.
Number one reason, affordability. We can, average home price in Seattle is $700,000 to $1 million, and over here, average home price for just around $300,000 to $400,000 right now, and you can get a lot more house for your money. So affordability is an indicator and a trend in real estate that we need to watch. Combine that with remote working.
Yeah,
that may really be a game changer in real estate. So keep your eye on affordability, keep your eye on remote workspace, and keep your eye on the migration patterns, because they're all connected right now. Any other things I missed here, Rebecca?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, those are the trends that we're seeing, and we're just going to keep watching them because it's kind of fun to see where it's going to go.
It is fun. It is fun. We're going to see a lot of shifts. It's difficult to predict what's going to be happening. So simply watch them and watch the data. We all have our ideas of what might happen, but watch the numbers. Numbers don't lie for the most part. Watch the numbers and see what happens with the numbers and the statistics. Thank you for joining us this week. If you found this video helpful and valuable, please share this video. Share it with your friends. Please comment below if you have any questions, or if you simply want to say hi, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and we will see you here next week. I am Stephanie Dupuis with Dupuis Team at Keller Williams West Sound.
I'm Rebecca Kleinschmidt with the Dupuis Team at Keller Williams West Sound.
Thanks, folks. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.